Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Guy, and up here today, I wanted to share my thoughts with a particular thing that is going around at the moment, and is getting more and more common amongst game collecting, and that is graded video games, and why I think grading video games is a complete load of cock and bull. First of all, here's the thing. I used to collect games. I still collect, DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff. And I've got nothing against collectors, you know what I mean? I used to be one myself when it came to video games. And there's no guarantee that I might not ever start up the collecting again anyway. The thing is, it's one thing to buy a game and to, build up a collection so you've got lots to play. And, I know that when you buy games nowadays, you put it on your shelf and you go, I'll play it when I want to play it. And, and like I said, that's one thing. But it's another thing to buy games to have them graded. Because in my opinion, the thing is, there are legit people out there that will have their games graded because they are, hardcore collectors, and fine. If that's your thing, fine. If you're a hardcore collector, you don't have any intention of selling it. Let's say it's your favourite game of all time, your favourite Zelda, your favourite Star Wars game, or whatever it is. But when you look at this logically, video games are basically, in ways, works of art. Video games have been made by a group of people, sometimes a small group, sometimes a big group, who have put, hours and years sometimes into making something that can be enjoyed. You don't watch a movie and then decide, I'm never going to watch this again. You don't go out and buy a movie set and go, I'm not going to watch this movie. I'm just going to have it sitting there because I don't want to watch the movie. Why would you go out and spend 30, 40, 50, 60 quid on a video game only to put it in a box, then put it in another case to get someone to look at that case and go, oh, we're going to put a little sticker on it that says 9.6 or 8.9. First of all, the video game market at the moment is ridiculous. With modern games, the price of modern games has gone up because the quality of the games has gone up. Not always, but do you see what I'm saying? The more expensive the hardware is, the more expensive the software will be. That's common. That's nothing new, and unfortunately, that's not going away anywhere time soon. But let's be honest here. If I went out and I paid £40 for, I don't know, a Gundam game, for example, kept it in its case, sent it off, paid 50 quid or whatever it is to have someone look at it and put it in a case, come back and then go, oh, I'm going to now charge 350 quid. I'm going to now charge 500 quid for something that was originally 40 quid. It is absolutely ridiculous that there are people out there that think doing this is a good idea. Like I said, there's a difference between hardcore collectors that do it for collection purposes. By all means, if you're one of those people, more the more power to you. But if you're doing it to try and make a quick buck, all I want to say to you is you're scum. You're essentially scammers. You're no better than scalpers. You're no better than the people that go out and spend thousands of pounds buying 6, 7, 8, 10 of the newest console, the newest piece of hardware, and trying to sell it, for more than what you paid. Yeah, some people can say it's business. There's a difference between business and legit making people pay more, because you're basically going, oh yeah, I've got the hottest, product at the moment. It's your fault that you weren't able to buy it. No, it's people like you that go out there and buy these things and try and charge 200, 300, 400 more than what it's going for. PS4s, PS5, sorry, and the Xbox Series X were almost impossible to get, and they are still hard to find, unfortunately. And it's absolutely ridiculous that there are people out there that think it's okay to do that with video games. First of all, video games are meant to be enjoyed. And like I said, we do live in a society at the moment where more and more people are wanting to go back and play their old games. Play these old PS1 games, the PS2, the Super Nintendo. Yes, there are options available. We have emulation these days. We have subscription services. We have, digital marketplaces. There's, many options. If you just want to play the game, and that's great. That really is great. And that's one of the reasons why I switched from game collecting to digital. Because I thought to myself, why do I need to have all of these games when I can play these games, whenever I want? I'm paying what, $10.99 a month for 200, 300 games on the Xbox Game Pass, from original Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series, so 4 generations of Xbox. Same with the PlayStation now, which has just is getting a massive update come next month. Where you're going to get PS1 games, you're going to get PS2 games, you're going to get PS3 games, you're going to get PS4 games, PSP games, and PS5 games. It is a great option for people that don't want to spend £60 on one game, But like I said, this isn't here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about people that think it's okay. Why are you going out spending this amount of money to do it, to try and... You're basically saying to someone, because someone has looked at this, gone, oh, I think it deserves this particular number on it, and it goes gets put in a glass case, it's worth more money. Let me tell you something, right? Okay, so I have a figure on the wall there of Jar Jar. I have a Deadpool figure over there. They're still in the case, but they're figures. They make sense to be in the case because you've got artwork, they look good in the case. You can hang them up. Of course, if you leave figures lying around, they can get damaged, people can pick them up, they can get knocked over. It makes sense, doesn't it? Of course, figures, technically, they are toys. So if people want to play with these toys with their kid, don't feel bad about it, you know what I mean? But the difference between figures and video games is, a figure is an inanimate object. It doesn't do anything special. I look at my Chris Jericho figure I've got there. Does he do anything special? No. I got it because I like Chris Jericho. I think it looks cool. But I don't look at a video game and go, oh, this is really cool. I want to have this on display. I want to put this in a special case and up the marketplace and try and get another £600 out of someone for something that I paid 30 quid for originally. Is it good business sense? Is it a scam? Well, in my opinion, it's a little bit of both. Yes, from a business point of view, you can make some decent money doing it. But is it really worth your time to take a game, send it off, wait 2 weeks for it to come back, to have a little number on it, just so you can get that extra bit of money? If you truly care about video games, and if you truly actually appreciate video games for what they are, don't do this shit. Because what you're doing is you're denying someone the opportunity to play that game. If you've got a rare game, for example, Rule of Rose on PS2, the Flintstones on NES, some games that are really rare. And the reason they're rare is because maybe the game had a low print run. Maybe the game was only given away as part of a competition. Maybe the game came out so late in the console lifestyle, nobody brought it. Whatever the reason, that makes sense why that game might be more expensive. But like I said, there are options out there to play it. If you don't want to spend £20,000 on, the Flintstones NES game, then you can emulate it for free. But at the same time, why are people doing this with games that are common, games that are popular? You're basically denying someone that might particularly want to own a game that was on PS1 and want to have it to play on the PS1. And you're basically denying someone that opportunity because you're trying to charge £350 for a game that should only cost £20 at max. This is why I think second-hand gaming and second-hand stores like CEX and stuff like that is a much better option. I think new games should only be paid for if you particularly want the game. Oh, typical. Typical, I got a phone call halfway through my video, so now I'm going to have to edit this. Anyway, as I was saying, the thing is, like I said, video games should be appreciated for what they are. And if you're one of these people that are just out there to make a quick buck off a video game, it's one thing to sell your doubles. It's one thing to sell your collection or sell games to make a bit of money on the side. Like I said, I have nothing against people that, you know, maybe buy games cheap from charity shops and resell them. I do the same every now and then. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. If you go out and you see a game that's £3 or £2 and find that it's worth 50 quid, there's nothing wrong with that. But by doing this stupid thing of grading games with the intention of trying to make more money out of it, you're just forcing the market, and you're making that market more and more expensive. You're making games harder to find for people for a decent price. You're making games harder and harder to find. And then you're basically pushing digital gaming on everyone. And not everyone likes digital gaming. There are people out there that won't touch digital gaming. There are people out there that will only want to play physical games, that want to collect physical games. And but more and more people putting games in plastic cases, charging an extra 10 times the amount, 3 times, 5 times, whatever the amount. You're basically denying people the ability to perhaps play a game that is worth playing. Maybe their game doesn't have a digital release. Look at DuckTales, for example. That game was a very hard to find game on physical, and then they took it off the digital store. But then it got re-added to the digital store, and then they re-released it on the Switch. Same as Scott Pilgrim. These things happen. That's why some people don't like digital gaming. That's why some people only go physical. You know, that's why there's options out there. That's why there's companies like Limited Run and you know, Good Games, or whatever they're called, PlayAsia and all of this, stuff like that. Dedicated companies releasing hard to find games that maybe might only cost 8 quid on the digital store, but no, maybe one day those games will be taken off the digital store. But I just wanted to share with you guys my thoughts on, you know, PGA graded games and people who grade games for the sake of making money. And I think it's ridiculous. I think it's something that needs to be cut down on. I'm not the only person that thinks like this. Like I said, if you're someone who wants to grade a game that because it's your favorite game and you want to keep it, by all means. But if you're someone out there trying to force the market of place of gaming to go up, you're making it harder for people to play games. You're making it harder for people to experience something that is meant to be a work of art. Like I said, if you want to keep something in a plastic case to make it to keep money, to make money off of it, just collect figures, because at least with figures, they are more known to be kept in cases. They don't have any practicality other than if you want to play them with your kids or whatever, you know. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little rant, if you will. And of course, comment below. Let me know what you think about grading video games. Why do you think grading video games is a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Like I said, for me, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's a bad thing for people that abuse the system. And unfortunately, more and more people are doing it today, and it kind of sucks. But anyway, as always, subscribe if you haven't already, and join the family. Gonna play some more Warhammer Chaos Bane tonight. I'm like 3/4 of my way through my second playthrough as the Imperial. I think I'm gonna beat it as all 4 characters, and then, you know, it's a game that I can go, oh, if I want to play this game again, I've at least got the maxed out character, so I can just focus on upgrading and doing extra stuff and achievements and things. And I'm going to watch Puppet Master 3 tonight. I was going to watch Ant-Man, but I'm like, I want to continue on with the Puppet Master series. Because I'm enjoying the Puppet Master movies. They're really fun, cheesy style movies. You know, I like the killer toys and puppets and things. So I'm going to check out the 3rd one tonight. I'm watching more wrestling as well. And as always, guys, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Mad Kaiser. And have a nice day. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.